3,000 exhibitors, over 150 world premieres, and roughly 500 products that didn't exist the last time this fair opened its doors 2 years ago. Somewhere in that number is a segment nobody's talking about, growing faster than any other on the show floor. Not rolling stock, not signaling. I'll tell you which one and why it matters more than any single product launch at the end of this video. This is InnoTrans 2026, the world's leading trade fair for transport technology, running September 22nd through 25th at the Berlin Exhibition Grounds. Organized by Messe Berlin, held every 2 years, and this edition is being positioned under one theme: mobility on a global scale, shaping projects and growth opportunities. For scale, the 2024 edition brought in just under 3,000 exhibitors from 59 countries and close to 170,000 visitors from over 120 countries. 2026 is tracking larger, more than 3,000 exhibitors, visitors expected from around 100 countries, spread across 42 halls and roughly 3,500 meters of demonstration track. This isn't a niche rail conference anymore. It's 5 segments under one roof: railway technology, railway infrastructure, public transit, interiors, and tunnel construction, and every one of them is where sourcing decisions for the next 2-year procurement cycle start getting made. Let's go through where the announcements are actually landing. AI Mobility Lab. This is the new center of gravity for 2026, a dedicated zone bringing together exhibitors building AI solutions across maintenance, traffic management, safety, passenger information, and energy optimization. If you're a contractor or operator trying to figure out who your future systems integration partner is, this is the first place to look. Autonomous and digital operations. The opening ceremony itself is framed around this: autonomous local public transport, cybersecurity, robotics, and 3D printing are all named as core 2026 themes. Expect vehicle OEMs and signaling vendors to use InnoTrans to formally position autonomy roadmaps that were previously only discussed in pilot programs. Tunnel and infrastructure digitalization. A dedicated conference session this year is built entirely around digitalization and AI across the full lifecycle of tunnel construction and operation, from planning through monitoring. Named exhibitors in this space include Fogtech, Vossloh, Voestalpine, Pandrol, Por, Lenhart Weiss, Placer & Theurer, Schwiehag, Zetron, CFT Compact Filter Technique, and Orascom Construction. Interiors. Nearly 300 companies are showing rail vehicle interior solutions this edition. The standout? A concept from Bucher Group called Panorama, combining automated logistics, AI-assisted personalization, and reconfigurable lounge space into a new onboard dining concept. New first-time exhibitors in this segment include Kugel Electro and Metal Technique, IVS Rail, and DE.Cap, alongside seating innovation from Italian manufacturer Clairprem. Night trains. A smaller but symbolically important story, several exhibitors are bringing new mock-ups for overnight travel, signaling that comfort and sustainability are now being designed together rather than traded off against each other. It's easy to watch a fair like this and only track who's exhibiting. The more useful question is who's walking the floor to buy. Expect the room to include procurement and technical teams from metro and national rail operators, infrastructure authorities running active or upcoming tenders, and engineering EPC firms scouting technology partners ahead of bid submissions. The pattern worth watching: buyers this cycle are showing up with AI and cybersecurity requirements already written into their technical evaluation criteria, not as an afterthought, but as a scored line item. Segment by segment, here's where the concentration of announcements sits. Tunnel and civil infrastructure: Fogtech, Vossloh, Voestalpine, Pandrol, Por, Leonhard Weiss, Placer & Theurer, Schwiehag, CFT Compact Filter Technique, Orascom Construction. Interiors and onboard comfort: Bucher Group, Clairprem, Kugel Electro and Metal Technique, IVS Rail, DE.Cap. AI and digital systems, concentrated in the AI Mobility Lab zone. Rolling stock, signaling, power and electrification. Full breakdown coming in video 3B in the exhibitor reference list. 3 things we're flagging before you plan your floor time. 1. Not every world premiere is a genuinely new product. Some are meaningful upgrades to existing platforms rebranded for the show. Read the technical spec sheet, not just the press release. 2. The overlap between AI Mobility Lab exhibitors and cybersecurity vendors is not a coincidence. Buyers are increasingly bundling these 2 requirements into a single RFP. If you're only tracking one, you're underbidding the scope. And 3, interiors and night train innovation are converging into a category that didn't formally exist 2 editions ago. Expect this to show up as a distinct line item in upcoming rolling stock tenders. So, which segment is quietly growing faster than any other this year? Tunnel construction and railway infrastructure, nearly 600 exhibitors occupying more than 32,000 square meters, a 5% increase in exhibitor count over the last edition. While the headlines chase AI and autonomy, the floor space says infrastructure and tunneling are where the real capacity build-out is happening. If you're positioning for the next 2 years of rail procurement, 4 things to do right now. Build your target exhibitor shortlist by segment before you land in Berlin. Cross-check any premier claim against the actual spec sheet. Start conversations with tunnel and infrastructure vendors early. This segment is getting crowded. Subscribe and hit the bell. The full InnoTrans exhibitor breakdown is next. Comment exhibitor list below and I'll send you the full sector-by-sector exhibitor reference for InnoTrans 2026.